I really don't know if I have anything worth saying right at this moment, but I'm going to give it a shot. I'm trying to connect the dots. When I started this thing, I had a goal. It was very tangible. It was very easy to access the words that were in my guts, you know? But once it was out, I didn't want to force it anymore because there was nothing left, right? Then I'd just be shouting words instead of speaking intensely about topics that matter. Does there come a point when my audience of very, very few, does it come a point where you start to think, what do I know that I don't? What do I know that you don't? To say these things, to choose this form of communication, to feel comfortable with it, to explore it. I'll ask you a better question. What do I know that you already know? What if that's just it? What if I'm operating on the exact same information you are, but for some reason I get something else out of it? What if that's courage? What if that's the will to say what everyone else is thinking? Doesn't mean that you acknowledge it. Doesn't mean that that it's something you practice or think about. But guess what? You have a line of sight to everything I'm saying. Because nothing I'm saying is mine. Okay? I receive it through my brain. It's coming out of my mouth. But I'm just the custodian to my words. Okay? I paint it with my flowery language. I try and make it my own. But ultimately, these are not my words. Okay? I don't know whose they are. Because I just trust in the source that as long as I keep trying, the words will come. I had an experience over a year ago, and I want to try and explain to you what it is to have this experience. Imagine if you can see without sight. Imagine that you had a window into a world where everything was happening to you, but there was no tangible indication on your person that could explain it. But yet, you can unequivocally know that it's happening. So imagine in this world that you have a line of sight to, that you have traveled to the bottom of the ocean. So the intense weight of that pressure is just pounding into your shoulders, threatening to snap your spine, and all you can think to do to save yourself from this black death, it's to smack your face into the muck, to hide from it. That's just what instinct tells you to do, and that's what you do. And once you do that, you open your eyes and you see the brightest sun you've ever seen. You smell the sweetest smell you've ever smelled. And the next thing you know, you're doing a sit-up in a grassy field. You're no longer at the bottom of the ocean. For reasons you can't explain but don't need to, you're in paradise. You traveled so low that you've simultaneously scaled the highest mountain. And that mountain plane is just for you to exist in holistically. That's what I experienced. Unfortunately, that's not an experience that is compatible with this reality. Hence why I've been diagnosed with a condition. I'm okay with it. I have to be. Because if I'm not okay with it, that just introduces scope for a relapse. And I don't want it. I learn from my mistakes. Some mistakes need to happen. You realize, oh, this was right. But I only need to do this once to understand. I have a lot of life left to live. And I intend to make it my own in a way that I haven't done before. To other people, it will feel like I'm courageous, but right now, it just feels like I'm being myself. It doesn't feel like courage. It just feels necessary. That's all I wanted to say.